Yeah, with yourself doesn't count.
Nice. Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
I'm showing my face
I know. I just
for
need
the
to see the
world.
guns. I
The
don't care
gun.
about your face.
It's quite winter now that they're
You
beneath
guys,
layers.
you realize we're live.
We don't care.
Your secrets are out.
My secrets or Nicole's?
I have no secrets.
I have no Nicole's. Oh, hold on. On my recent played list, you know when you do
Rich,
Steam?
Rich, this
You
would
I
be
thought
want
it
the
was
time.
supposed to
This
be
would be the
quiet
time
time.
for you to be quiet. Exactly.
Yeah, quiet time.
Hey, everybody! Thanks for tuning in to episode 307 of your Overseas Connection, the official podcast of the G4TE.com community. That is gaming for the elderly. Today is February 13th, 2015. Yes, Friday the 13th. And as it happens, we are going to have one scary show. Um, Well, if you're joining us live on Twitch, congratulations. You're part of the new thing we're doing. But if you're listening to this on iTunes and you're thinking, how can I listen to them live? Every Friday, 3 o'clock, we podcast live on Twitch. Just check it out at live.g4te.com, and it'll take you right there. Just plug that right into your browser. It's super simple. Anyway, that being said, I'm Greg DeLacy, OC underscore Murphy's Law on Twitter. Murphy's Law is my gamer tag, which is important to remember later on. Also on the show this week, Miss Nicole. Let me try that again, Nicole. Miss Nicole Radowski. Wow, that was a mouthful to say today.
I know, right?
I
And
know.
hello to everybody. And ignore the voice. It's a little rough today.
Yeah, Nicole, how is the new job? 1-900 Nicole, I believe it is, right?
Yes, that's it. That's it right there. Yes. Just
Yeah.
call me up and we'll take care of business.
Your nickname is the teacher now. You realize that, and everybody's gonna just call. I'm calling the teacher. All right,
Oh my
we're
God,
we're
that'll go
yeah,
great at school.
we're moving on. Also on the
Hmm.
show this week, Mr. Richard Webster.
Evening all. I am Richard Webster, Big Bad Daddy and gamer and podcaster. Here I am.
Rich, I'm excited about this next person we're going to be introducing, and to be perfectly honest, this is all you're doing. Um,
Yeah,
Rich,
I'm like Cilla Black on Surprise Surprise. Completely lost on all three years, but the Brits will understand.
yeah, totally. And let me paint a picture here. A long time ago, we listened to a podcast called The Couch Mercenaries. Um, it's how I got my start in podcasting. I know it was one of the first podcasts I believe you listened to, and so it's exciting. I'm thrilled to bring the legendary JF Creton Big Smooth 8 to the podcast.
Wow, wow. Okay, right. Hey, everybody. I'm Big Smooth 8, or Jeff Creton if you don't know me. I am Canadian, I am French, and yes, you're listening to my show right now.
I like it. Just taking ownership. That's
That's
good. That's good.
That's right. That's right. I just want to say that for the first 30 some episode, I'm the one that put it up on the web all the time. So I was the
Yeah.
one with yourself, Murphy, and
Yeah.
we were working long nights and everything. And I've just got this is partly a little bit of my baby for the people who don't know.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. I think back now, and we used to have to send the audio file. I had to send it to you to get it up on the server, and then you finally trusted me enough to actually have access to the back end. And I screwed everything up, I think, from that point. And then probably the reason why you guys went off the air.
See,
Now
I
that I
like how
think
you.
back.
I like no, no, no. See, I like how you said trust, and then it was not. It's just I didn't know if you were able to handle the technology part of it, so I had to ease you in. Kind of like what Nicole's doing with her voice with the 900.
And just like that, Nicole, you've been introduced to Big Smooth 8. So JF, I'm gonna a little bit of time just catching up with you, and this may bore some people. I don't care, but you've been away from the podcasting scene for quite some time. What has happened to the old crew?
Well, basically, I don't know. We all went each other's way. We all separated and did a whole bunch of things. But what happened is that with the podcast, I used to get all the guys over in my basement, and we used to just sit around and just talk and just have fun. But everyone went their own way. We kind of grew up out of the whole scene of always having to play in video games, and we got tired of every day. Like I know last week you guys spoke about it on your show, but how hard it is. Chinny was saying how hard it is to have to review a whole bunch of games and stuff. So we got tired of that whole aspect. We just wanted to have like, family lives and stuff because it got to be very busy. So every one of us, I still talk to everyone. We still say what's up. But other than that, we don't sit down anymore to talk games like we used to.
God, I think I'm gonna cry.
I know. But you know what? Like our motto was always we play games, not console, and it's kind of true because all of us went different routes. Like even Gothic Mike, which was a big Xbox guy, he went PC, and then well, I guess Jason, he high class, he actually went. He's staying with PS4, PS3,
Right.
and actually Chops was playing Xbox for the greater majority of things, but he still goes retro and plays retro Nintendos and stuff. So he talks about that, but that's pretty much what we do these days, you know.
No, no. That's all good. That's all good. I love that I have another Canadian that I can make fun of. Um, yeah. We'll get to that later. But all right. Well, enough of that. Let's delve into the show proper. So,
Oh,
Nicole.
what? I just said, oh.
Oh, it's like foreboding. No, this is a good thing. So first off, I want to introduce a couple new members to the G4TE community. They posted up into the welcome area of the main site, and so we always like to kind of highlight when they do post up there. So I am going to completely butcher this name, and I apologize ahead of time, but it's Kaizen now.
I think it's Kane is now.
Kane is now. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, Kane is now, Kai's is now. Uh, I'm just going to read the post. Hi, I'm a 47-year-old retired mom and housewife, and now that the kids are gone, I spend a good 50 to 75% of my day playing games. I play dozens of MMORPGs, EQ2, Lord of the Rings Online. I don't know what AOC is. Rich, Master Race AOC? That
I think
Rich
he
is
muted.
not. Yeah, you
Age of
muted.
Empires,
Thank you. Thank
Age
you.
of Conquerors, I think.
Okay.
No, he's probably talking about Age of Conan.
She would be, yes.
Okay, he's a she.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, we've butchered this completely. But anyway, uh, basically, it all sums up that now she's gotten to Guild Wars 2, and she's basically looking for people to play with. So if you see her in there, she's a huge RPG fan. Skyrim, Oblivion, Dragon Age, all some of
Awesome.
the bigger ones that she likes to play, and apparently Minecraft. So there you go. We
Woohoo!
definitely have Minecraft and RPG fans within our community. And then the next person up, Gango Crimes. Now, Gango Crimes has been part of the community before. But he says, as a new old guy, I did create a profile for the forums, but it got deleted due to some inactivity. I've not had an Xbox One, and it's an Xbox One. Most of my Xbox Live friends have moved over to the PS4, so I'm hoping to find some new Xbox friends and join in on community game events and things. Game-wise, action RPGs, first-person shooters are my favorite. And he wants to know if anyone's been playing iDarb. I've downloaded it, have not touched it yet. And I think I'm the only one within this group that potentially would be playing iDarb. Um,
Yes, it's like
yeah,
bocce ball for old guys, right?
it is bocce ball for old guys, or actually bocce ball for probably young guys. It's probably the better way because it's a freaking fast-paced game.
Oh,
Uh,
sorry,
yeah, the old guys, we don't have the reflexes anymore, man. It's
got
just
it.
yeah. I've heard about your basketball career, Smooth. And I remember
I,
you used to be legendary on the court, and now you do it with a walker. Is that what I heard?
Very close, very close. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about retiring.
Oh, all right. Well, let's talk about games. Smooth, you are our guest. Tell us a little bit about what you've been playing lately.
Ooh, I feel all special all of a sudden. All right. So, what have I been playing? My main console nowadays has to be the PS4 now. I know you guys are probably shocked for the people who know me because I've always been a pro Microsoft Pro Xbox 360, and then all of a sudden Xbox One came out, and I said, "Forget this! I'm getting a PS4." So I picked up myself a PS4. And what I'm playing the most out of, well, I'm playing some Destiny, I'm playing some NBA 2K15, some Call of Duty, and some Battlefield 4. So I got a mix of pretty much those games on there. I got to say this: Call of Duty looks pretty as hell. It's a fun game to play. Battlefield, great sound. And I like the fact that you can, strategize with your teammates. I miss you, Big Bag Daddy. I miss you for the tank usage and the driving. You know when we did 1942 back on a 360?
Oh, I
That
love
was all. I know that was all action. That was all fun. We strategized. Murph, you in there too. That was fun too.
Yep. No, no.
We had epic game. See, the game wasn't great graphically, but it was great because of all the elements that we could have. We could strategize and we could use our team. And back in the day, I mean, we were well-oiled unit, I think, huh?
We
definitely.
weren't bad. We weren't bad. Although every once in a while we did come across other teams that just decimated us. But I think those actually are some of the more funny moments when you're just getting your ass handed to you and you're just like, this is ridiculous. Why put up with it? And you just keep playing though. Somehow it's going to turn around.
Exactly. You tell the little 11-year-old kid, yeah, whatever. At least I don't sleep in front of my TV all day long, you know. So
The smack talk. That's what made Xbox Live fun.
I know, and then exactly. So those are the games I've been mainly playing. But I also have a PS Vita, and
Oh, so you're the one.
I am. Yes, that is correct. I am the one. Now, the only reason I got the Vita initially was because I wanted to stream my PS4 on the Vita, which I do, and it's fun. But I don't like the fact that I don't have the proper controls because the back touchpad is really, oh, it's really a little bitch. Really, I really hate it. Okay, so
Interesting. I've not heard anybody really talk about the controls on the PS Vita before.
oh no, okay, well. I'll keep it short just because it's relatively new for me. I had it for about a month and a half now, but basically, I like the fact that you can link up to your PS4. It's pretty awesome. I played a little bit of what's it called, that infamous game there, the one that's
Infamous
free
Second
on
Son?
the. Yeah, well, no, not the Second Son, the other one there.
It was
I
the
forget.
DLC. It's the DLC they offered up. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
standalone DLC. I forgot
yeah,
the
yeah.
name of it though.
It's an infamous, and you play with the girl. I forget the name of it, but anyhow, I played that one. But like I said, I don't like the fact that the touch screen it acts as one of the triggers. You can change it. You have some options to change it, but I don't like the options that they give you. They don't let you map out the control like you want it.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
so so I think that's the biggest issue that I have. But overall, I mean, the PS Vita, nice little machine, plays great. I mainly, I mean, I won't lie, my wife is the one playing it most of the time. She plays those Candy Crush style kind of games, match the three and something
Right.
happens and you get some kind of Tetris. I don't know. So
Match the three and you get some kind of Tetris.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is the knowledge we bring to the table, folks.
I told you, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is some Candy Crush kind of game, and I don't care. I don't look at it. But on it, I like playing right now Rogue Legacy. It's free
Hmm.
as a down if you're a PSN user. So I'm kind of enjoying that. But oh, sorry. I'm gonna go back to the PS4. So on the PS4, I used the camera and I took a picture of myself for NBA 2K15,
Like on
and
purpose? I'm
oh,
just kidding.
on purpose, and that was with pants on, in case you're wondering, Nicole, because I had to keep my pants on for
I'm
that
not.
picture. Okay, good, good, good. And then what it is basically, it's that you put your face on your character, and you play my character mode, and you move up through the ranks through the NBA. But really, it's really eerie playing and watching yourself on a video game when you're not used to it. So, because I'm used to creating my player and thinking, yeah, he kind of looks like me.
Right.
I don't know. I'd kind of like to look like that,
Now,
kind of
did
do.
did you get it to work well for you? Because I've heard many people talk about there were a lot of difficulties around NBA 2K15 this year in trying to get that whole face mapping thing to actually even remotely look like people.
No, no. See, I got it. It looks perfectly like me. The only thing that really needs to have some work, I guess, it's the eyes inside of the eyes, like not the eyelids, but the actual eyeball itself,
Right.
and then the mouth, because the mouth needs to be. It gives you like a standard mouth slot, I guess, the best way to explain it, and then you kind of see the outline of it. So and it doesn't look right sometimes. But and then the other part too is that in the game, the character does some facial expressions that would never be any facial expression I would try to do, you know. So but that's a personality trait. So I kind of get that part, but
Okay.
but it's not a. But anyhow, what I'm trying to say basically is when I'm playing with myself, I don't feel comfortable. Is that normal?
No, you're supposed to feel comfortable.
You
Oh,
should.
right.
You definitely should feel comfortable if you're playing with yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Got
it
it. Got
defeats the purpose of playing with yourself if you're not comfortable. Smooth.
it. So that's the whole thing, anyhow. So it's just eerie. That's all it is. It's like even my girl sitting here watching my character play. She's like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's kind of weird. Kind of cool, but kind of weird.
Yeah. Eerie is probably the description I'm going to give this conversation that we just had. Um, Smooth, anything else you want to talk about, or should we transition on?
We
I'm
can transition on.
I'm a
I
little
just want
afraid.
to.
I'm a little afraid.
No, no, I'll keep it nice. I know how you guys like to have your little cup of tea and take your time.
Oh, we don't talk about tea on this show.
No, I see. I do. Big Bad Daddy had
See,
something going
yeah,
on.
no, see, Webster just held up what looked like a cup of tea, right? But actually, it looks like it's just a glass of water. So my assumption now is that the Brits just call anything that's liquid tea.
Well, you mean flavored water, right? That's heated.
Yes, yeah,
Kind of
exactly.
like you guys with cookies. Every biscuit is a cookie.
Well, there's a
Yes.
difference there.
We can't
There's a
go
difference.
down this rabbit hole. We cannot go down this rabbit hole.
I get trapped
Yeah,
at
can we-
that cookies and biscuit thing all the time.
I know. I could talk about it for days.
I know.
Argue till I'm blue in the face. Cookies and biscuits. Yeah. You don't know what you're missing, Webster, when you say you're
I
eating
know.
biscuits. You're eating cookies, and biscuits are biscuits, and biscuits and
With
gravy is
sausage and gravy.
Ah,
Yes. Oh my
yes.
God.
Are
It
biscuits
is
the
to
same
die
as
for.
briskets for you? Are they the same thing?
Hell no, that's meat, and then that's
Yeah.
a
No, yeah,
cookie.
brisket is also good, but not a biscuit.
Okay.
Okay, now that we got that cleared up, Nicole,
Yes, sir.
I would love to know what you have been playing, and also, if you wouldn't mind, I don't know if we have anybody in the Twitch chat, but let us take note of those people because
Yes.
once we get to the news quiz, we've got a little special something to give away. So
Forgot about the news quiz.
yeah, there's a news quiz today.
There's a quiz.
There's
I
always
should
a
have called in
quiz.
sick.
Yeah.
No, we have Destination Gamer, Shark Biscuit, Parsnip Nose 3000, Step J, and I'm just going with Serb because I asked in the chat what his name was or hers. I'm not sure.
I believe
Sorry.
that's TMG Cerberus. Yeah.
Yeah, and did I add Step J? Yes, I did add Step J. See, I'm doing so good with my notes. We don't count that Big Daddy fool at
No.
all.
No.
He counts as two in my book. Don't worry, buddy.
No. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Games.
Games. Yes.
Games. I finally actually played Blur.
Blur.
Yes, that was that racing game that probably we talked about 3 weeks ago. I had
Yes.
just gotten it, and I
Is that the
finally
one that
got
Mike
to
Tim
it.
played at Eurogamer like 7 years ago?
Yes, probably.
Pretty much.
It's,
Pretty
no,
much.
it is a very old game. It is. I'm behind the times. Give me a break, man.
No, I just remember him saying like, wasn't there like situational like environmental things where like buildings would collapse and stuff? I never played it.
I know that
No,
if you
that
wreck over
was.
stuff, it stays wrecked.
Yeah, no, you're talking about. There was another auto racing game where there was environmental destruction. Basically, it would change the course as
Uh,
it came down, like a water tower would collapse and fall down, and suddenly there would be a new area on the track to go through. Blur was more like a car RPG where you would level up your
Yeah,
car and you got different perks for it, that kind of thing.
yeah, that was
No,
the Blair's like the Mario Kart meets Need for Speed.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Awesome.
yes.
I
no,
played
no,
that.
no,
It's really good.
no.
It is.
You guys, no. You guys are all wrong. It's like the old Nintendo one when you used to play with the robot, right? You used to blur the screen. No, is that it? No. Okay.
No.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
Sorry,
Keep going.
sugar.
No, we don't
No.
play those Canadian consoles over here.
No.
Jean Francois.
No. Mm-mm. No,
Hmm.
but it is more like you do get the power ups and you do have to go through them. And there's particular power ups that you can do through, like the wrench to fix your car. There's a shield. There's like a blast thing that you can use to blast all the cars that are near you. Or if someone's firing something at you and you see it coming up your rear view, you can blast it away. And there's another one where you can shoot electricity, like lightning strikes. But if you go through them, you're screwed too, which sucks. And then missiles that you, little fireball missile things that you can shoot, which is fun because it then you're having all these other elements, cars rolling past you. You really actually have to check the rearview mirror to go through these things. And I find it, the first race I did, because we all know I suck at racing games. First race, I got third place. First time on the track, third place. I was pretty proud of myself. Second time around, got first place. So those old gamers need to watch out. Just warning them. But, and I tried to apply real racing strategy to this game. That does not work. The high to low when you're coming
Right.
into curves, not effective in this game, no matter how grippy your little car is. And that's the other thing is you can pick the types of cars you want, whether you want it to be faster, heavier, more grip, whatever you want, whatever your racing style is. I thought the American heavy metal would be great. They're good for quarter mile tracks, and that's about it. Nice straight line. Otherwise, they suck. Finding the little small, oh, I got a Scirocco the other day. Holy crap! About wet myself. I was so excited. That Scirocco, it has a sway bar, so that thing has grip. I mean, they really do have sway bars. So, and I'm like, so it was a grippy little car, and I loved it. It was a nice, sweet vehicle because I used to race those myself. They hug corners. It's like it's sexy.
Just keep
Yes.
talking. Keep talking. I don't care. Just talk about the car. That's all I want to hear right now.
It was
Where's,
fun.
where's my credit card? Jeez, the 1-900 is costing me a lot of money right now.
Yeah, yeah. No, we're
Yeah.
done. That's it,
Okay.
Blur. That's all I've really played because it's been crazy week at school and everybody's had the flu. So we had 4 kids in one class.
Wow.
4 kids. Yeah, that's how much flu is going around our school.
Oh shit.
I know. So I have played the that and the Clash of Clans we'll talk about later.
All right.
The Canadian cult game.
The Canadian cult game. Yes. Uh, all right. Nicole, I also want you to start thinking about a question you can throw out to the chat, and it'll be a first person to answer it wins kind of dealio. So start thinking something up. In the meantime, Mr. Webster, let's talk about what you have been playing.
He wants me to think.
Easy now.
I ask a lot of my people.
I know.
Um, if you've been following Gaming for the Elderly or the OC podcast at all this past week on Twitter, you'll know that we've been uploading lots of Battlefield Hardline beta content, which I discussed on the last show.
Yes.
So
You
I played
did.
some more.
You played some more?
I played some more. I played right up until I could play no longer.
Now, Rich, you are a huge Battlefield fan. You've always
Yes.
loved the series. Are you warming up to this now? Is this something you're thinking, you are on board with for sure? Of
I
course,
don't know.
as I asked that, Rich completely walks away from.
Oh, there. That's why.
Yes, he's showing us the Battlefield game covers. So, Rich, are you on board with Battlefield Hardline? Are you taking the plunge?
Yes.
Oh,
I was
that
like,
was
I
he
know it's
actually
a long,
debated that. Did you
dramatic.
see
Yeah,
that? He
I know.
debated it.
See, that's the debate you make when you add it to your basket and decide if you want to buy it. I just made that decision now,
wow.
live.
Oh, that's exciting.
Let me
That
tell
is
you
That
exciting.
was the
why.
same debate I had
I know.
earlier.
I'm curious because I mean, before we were talking, you were more of the thought that it was kind of DLC. It should have been DLC. At least that was the previous impression I got from you.
Yeah, and all of my original impressions of the game still stand. It doesn't feel like it's worthy enough to be a full standalone Battlefield franchise game like games such as Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4. But what it does have is a fresh outlook on the series, and it brings fresh gameplay, which is what the Battlefield series needs. Over the years, the game developers have developed the engine in such a way so that the actual game itself it has evolved over the years. The core mechanics have always stayed the same, and Hardline changes that up and switches it round. It's I'm trying to think of another series that's kind of like it in a way. Um, Maybe like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas is a good example,
Okay.
perhaps. Because Fallout New Vegas brought about all these new things like crafting and
Right.
weapon mods and all that sort of stuff. And it added something that Fallout 3 not necessarily was missing, but wouldn't have not benefited from.
Okay.
And I just want to throw out there, Battlefield 3 was shitty compared to Battlefield 4. Just want to say that.
That's
Wow.
interesting.
That's a bold statement there, JF.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just saying because I was waiting for Big Bad Daddy to explode and his mind kind of go like what, but no, it's not so bad actually.
Well, my immediate reaction was, "What the fuck is he talking about?" But then I remembered the launch of Battlefield 4. It's forever engraved in all of our memories, I'm sure. I,
See,
I, I,
I skipped the whole launch tobacco problem. I mean, because I only got it like what about a month ago, so all the bugs were fixed and all that. So now I'm just jumping in, and it's all lovely and beautiful, blue skies up ahead. You know.
See, I was a bit of a shithouse. See, I bought the game day one. I pre-ordered it, and it came. I pre-ordered the disc version because I still like discs if I can get them. But the day it came out, I think I was working and like still working the next day or whatever, and there was so much stuff on Twitter. Games broke, online shit. I was like, I'll give it a few weeks. So I gave it a few weeks. So I didn't get the full brunt, but I did get a little bit. But back to Hardline, my impressions originally were that some of the weapons didn't feel as powerful, the people didn't feel as powerful and stuff, and that still stands. It doesn't feel like you're as much of a badass as you are in the previous games. But what it does add to the game makes it really special. Hotwire is a very, very fun game to play. If you're with a bunch of guys that kind of know how to play it, it can be a proper laugh and definitely something completely different from just playing your standard 64 player Conquest game modes. Heist is a bit more tactical. It reminds me a lot of Rainbow Six, and I mentioned that in one of the videos, which, as you know, we used to play a lot of back in
Right.
the
Sold,
Right.
Xbox.
sold Rainbow Six. I'm sold.
Exactly. So, and then obviously the Conquest I did try. It was okay. There was nothing really wrong with it necessarily, apart from a couple of the little things that I noticed. But with it being on PC as well, I have the benefit of being able to buy it a bit cheaper. I mean, it's 45 pound on PS4. I don't think it's worth £45, but it's worth 25, £30 on PC easily.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you haven't already checked it out, listeners, go to our YouTube channel, Gaming for the Elderly. Check out the videos and make your own mind up. The main gameplay modes, you can do Conquest, Heist, Hacker mode, which is the new Commander, and I do there's another one somewhere, Hotwire.
Yep. Yep. And there's a mixture of that gameplay. I've spliced some of it into the little video we've got running right now up on Twitch. So keep your eyes out for that. It'll be in there. But you definitely want to watch Rich's videos. As a matter of fact, we've got quite a few videos up on our YouTube channel now, and good stuff coming from the community, from both Rich and Robin too. He just put forward one of his first submissions, and it's all good stuff. So
Yeah, definitely want to check out. Keep your eye on the YouTube channel. You know, subscribe to the videos and stuff. There's a lot more on the way. I'm gonna try and do a video. You know, every now and then. I'm not gonna nail a time down because if you nail a time down, you'll never do it. You'll stop. You know.
right.
But you know, when a new game comes out or whatever, or an early access game, that's a segue into my next game that I've played, Greg.
Well
Interstellar
done.
Marines.
Well done. I'm very curious about this. So this has been kind of circling about for, God, what, 3, 4 years now? Hasn't Interstellar Marines been around for quite some time?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm almost positive this is at least 2 years old in terms of like, and I shouldn't say it's 2 years old being around, but they've been talking about the development and the game that they're making. And they were doing some early access kind of like videos of it way back when and kind of showing off some of the tech and what they were trying to do. And it all looked super promising. And then it just kind of went dark. Didn't hear about it for quite almost like a full year. And then it popped back up more recently. And so I'm very curious to see what's going on with the game.
Yeah, well, what happened with the backstory now that I've managed to get Wikipedia up like a true journalist? Um, that it was their Kickstarter that fell through. They released the game in October 2013 as a Steam sort of early access type thing,
Yep.
and they had a Kickstarter target of 600,000 US dollars, which they failed. They only got 157,000.
Right. They got 600,000 Ugandan dollars, and that didn't quite work out right.
Yeah, there was a mix-up. Some guy in a lawyer's office got like a pay slip mixed up with another thing, and he's now working at Starbucks, so it's all right. Um,
Clearly,
nothing.
he's my barista. That guy rips me off all the time.
Yeah, no. I'll tell you what. Do you know what it reminded me of the very first time I played it? It reminded me of Alien,
The movie Alien or Aliens?
like Alien, like the movie and the franchise,
Okay, all right.
very much. There's just a feel of Alien, like the weapon design's very Alien to me. The lighting and the shadows in this game are fantastic as well. They're very, very good considering it's a a low budget game, a small developer. Some of the shadows work that they've done is really, really well done. Um, and some of the sound effects and the atmosphere it builds, there's a lot of like little bits and bobs going on. Like towards the end of the video on G4TE.com, there's like this low level hum next by this spaceship that it's like on the training mission, and you've got to go in, and it creates a really sort of eerie atmosphere, and it's very good. I mean, the gunplay, it was all right. There was something that I did notice was, I don't know if you guys can pick up on it as well. I know you all play like a lot of Halo and stuff, but moving the character around, the control and motion of the character as you're moving back and forth, it seemed really floaty. I described it as floaty in the video, and I can't really put a finger on describing exactly what that is, but just imagine like it just seemed too easy to move, and there wasn't really a lot of friction.
Yeah.
I never played it, so I can't tell you anything about it.
Yeah, just like normally, in a first person shooter, just like Battlefield, for example, when you're running, you feel like you're running.
Oh,
And
okay, yeah. You have some form of like gravity feel, or you stick to the ground, or you know what I mean. The motion makes sense.
yeah, the physics in this game seemed a little bit off in the movement. It seemed just like it was a bit more like goes from like 1 to like 10 and then smooth, and it just felt a bit weird to me. Like again, I said maybe it's because of my primarily played Battlefield, and that's like a stellar shooter, and just to go straight to this is maybe a big difference. I don't know. But I only played the training mission. There's about 20 minutes video online. You sort of shoot these robots and you sort of learn how the mechanics in the game work. There's a lot of like keycard stuff, unlocking doors, and there's a little bit of puzzle aspect to it.
I like that.
Yeah, and it was quite interesting how they sort of introduce it. Like, there's this box on the wall, and it'll say like you need to reinitialize the electricity for the door. So you press the button on the box, and the doors works, and then the button for the door's right next to it. So it's not really a challenge. It just sort of introduces you into the fact that sometimes you'll have to press buttons and shit.
Okay.
Pressing buttons and shit. What more could you ask for?
This is 2015. You press buttons and shit. It's very, very doomed. You know what? The developers said that they took inspiration from Half-Life, and that sort of felt like that as well for me. It's got a very Half-Life feel in that like there's an emptiness almost. You feel very solitary. But saying that, I didn't play any of the actual campaign missions, so I don't know what it plays like narratively or objectively. I literally just played the first 15, 20 minutes of the tutorial level. So I will try it again. I think I've got maybe 1 day left of it being free, because it's free at the moment. If anyone's playing, listening live to the show and wants to jump on Interstellar, go now, before it's gone, or you pay money for it. and you don't want to pay money for it. Who wants to pay money for games when you can just play them for free weekends on Steam? No, please,
Amen.
please pay money for games on Steam because they need that. They didn't make their quarter on the bloody Kickstarter. Shoot. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
Interstellar
just
Marines.
gonna say these guys are dying. They need their money, and you're like, don't pay for it.
Yeah, just play it while it's free. Now it's worth trying out, and I appreciate what they're doing. And do you know what, mate? The atmosphere, the sound, the gunplay, the sort of the sound effects, and just the feel of the game. It's pretty spot on for a small developer.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
And I know you did a game night, Rich, last week.
Yeah, we recorded it, but Duke Scath, his voice was coming through my game, so I couldn't sync up the audio. And when I did, it sounded like his voice was like "Hello," like super echoey. And it was a really funny game, so it's a proper shame that the community ain't gonna see it. But yeah, we played Left 4 Dead. It just sort of, I did a Left 4 Dead 2 game night the other week, and not a lot of people showed up. And Duke and Chris MJ said they were, and they didn't. They didn't have it installed, so they just showed up at an impromptu Let's Play Left 4 Dead. And it was very funny. It was me, Duke, and Verbal Rob. We were playing, and Chris MJ, and then Chris MJ just like disappeared. He just like
Just got up and
away.
walked away.
yeah.
For those listening to the podcast, that was a visual thing. Rich literally just got up and walked away from the camera.
Well, you know, like in Left 4 Dead, where like if a player quits, it goes back to being like Steve or whoever the guy's name is.
Right.
It didn't do that. It just said like Chris MJ, idle Chris MJ above his head. The whole rest, like the next hour of game, was just idle Chris. So we'd say shit like, "Where's idle Chris?" Like,
And it wasn't auto playing, was it? So you were kind of
it was
stuck
like,
with.
it was the AI. He got up and made his tea and did the ironing or some shit. He just literally got up and left. So we were there, and like there was one moment where we like ran to the safe house and we got in, and like I shut the door on idle Chris, and Duke was like, "Oh, let idle Chris in, man." And it's like, "All right, I'll let him in." It was a really fun game. It's just a shame that the world will never see it.
I think moving forward, Chris MJW should be Idle Chris.
I think that should be his new gamer tag, definitely.
Idle
That's
Chris,
brilliant.
absolutely.
Yeah. We are going to get together and do another game night for that, and we'll record it because they're a really good bunch of guys. I've never played with Verbal Rob before. I think it was the first time I ever spoke to the man. Very nice guy.
He is very nice. I have gamed with him myself.
Very nice. I think I've met Chris at the Veteran Gamers Manchester Extravaganza Bonanza, as I call it. Nobody else does. So I've met him in the reals life as well.
For the reels.
For the reals.
The reals.
Real.
And I think that's me for gaming. I won't really talk about much else. I played Skype on my phone, and that's about it.
Okay. Skype on the phone is it's a
No,
fun game.
Skype on me phone.
Sorry.
Skype on me phone.
Skype on me
It's this
phone.
weird Japanese like RPG. It's very strange.
Nope. That- mind.
All right. So this week for me, the golf club took over.
Another old man game.
Oh my God! Played a ton of the golf club. We'll have more on the results of that later on, but let's just suffice to say the bug is in me, and this is by far one of my favorite golf games all time.
Okay, so tell me about it. I've never seen it. Just tell me about it in 10 seconds.
It's-
Go.
It's on the Twitch right now.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
as close to golf as you're going to get on a video game console, if you ask me.
Okay.
There's no frills. There's no hand holding. If you make a mistake on your backswing or your forward follow through with your thumbsticks, it's going to penalize you. And there's not a bunch of meters. There's not a bunch of that. Hit A to get your power up, and then hit A again to make you have a powerful shot. None of that. It's all dictated by your actions with the sticks. And there's shot selection. All of that matters a ton. There's different wind conditions, and what's awesome is the maps or the courses that you can play are basically there's some that are built by the developers, but then there's a huge user-created base of courses that are cross-platform. So if a PC person makes a course, it'll show up on Xbox as well as on the PS4. If you make a course smooth, I could find that course once it updates on my end. so you have this, just huge amount of courses. Plus, you can make your own courses, which is pretty awesome too. The course creator is a nice, I won't say completely easy to use course creator, but it's not impossible. You can actually make some decent courses out of it very easily, and yeah, I just and I love the fact that we've got this cross. We're calling it the cross gen challenge where we've got PC players, PS4 players, and Xbox One players, and basically we have leaderboards on all three of them going. Same course, everybody plays it, and then we report back on the time or the stroke count. So it's all
Okay,
good.
so basically cross-platform and no Tiger Woods. That's what I heard.
Exactly.
Got it. All right. But
That was
it,
excellent.
yeah, so basically it's on the PS4, right?
It is on the PS4. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to check it out. Is it a downloadable content one,
It
like
is
a
a digital game. Yep.
a digital game? So it's not you don't get the disc or anything out
No
of that,
disc,
right?
so your happy butt can stay on the couch when you fire it up.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
Oh, you lazy sods.
I'm telling you, man. I've seen the light. It is all digital from here forward.
Yeah.
The whole notion of getting up and having to put a disc into the disc tray just, yeah.
I completely agree with you. I feel like the laziest bastard in the world, but I'm like, I got like 4 discs right now for my PS4. I'm like, why didn't I just download those? Like this, like this is really pissing me off. And then there's a sale for the basketball game, and I was like, oh, is it worth $33 for me to actually, download it so I don't have to switch disc every time I want to play it?
The
It's just
simple answer is yes.
I'm close. I'm very close. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I like digital downloads. But anyhow, what else have you been playing, Murphy's Law?
Looks so formal. I like that. Dragon Age Inquisition was the other big play this past week. I've gotten myself out of the hinterlands finally, into the Mire Bog, and dear God, I just had my ass handed to me on trying to close one of the rifts. Because unbeknownst to me, the game, and I don't know, I guess really what it boils down to is there are areas within the game that are higher level, and that's kind of stating the obvious, but like the hinterlands, you start out there and it's more or less kind of a lower level section of the game, you would think, and so it's plays a little bit more towards your starting characters, but there's areas in there, specifically this one rift area where every time I've come to it, there are level 12 characters in there that are appearing, or monsters are appearing, and just kick the crap out of my team. Even though I have level 8 characters, I thought I'd be able to take them on. No.
Is this by the waterfall?
Yes.
Yes, because I can't do that one either. It is
Yeah.
totally kicking my ass.
Yeah.
I'm stuck there right now, going,
Yeah.
I'm going to beat these fuckers.
Nope. Walk away, Nicole. That's what I figured out. Is you just walk away,
Oh,
come back to it another day.
yeah.
I
You
had
can't
to.
co-op with someone else?
No, so it's a single player only game. So there's no I shouldn't say it. The single player portion of the game doesn't have co-op in it. There is a multiplayer portion in Dragon Age, but it's different from the campaign. So this is the
Yes.
campaign part of it, and I mean all my characters are right at level 8 right now, and none of them are able to even make a dent in the fight, either at the waterfall or there's another one within the mire that I came across that introduced an even tougher, higher level character, and I'm just like, okay. Apparently, I need to leave this area now too. I will go my happy way, and I'll come back some other day.
Sounds like a game I gotta avoid.
Potentially, yeah. I don't know that this would fall
No, it's
into.
a good game, though.
It's a good game, but I know Smooth, and
Yep.
I don't know that Smooth would care for Dragon Age. I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember if you liked Mass Effect or not.
Oh,
Me.
fuck off.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. You want to go there? Let's go there.
Wow.
No, that was directed at me, actually.
Yes,
Oh,
no, that wasn't you. That was Greg, because he knows how much I hate that game.
okay. See, I didn't like it too much, so I guess I can be in your corner. I thought I was gonna have to fight you for 2 seconds, so that's good.
Nope, you're my new best friend.
Awesome. So can I get a refund on that 1-900 crap or what?
You're getting your call for free right now,
Oh,
buddy.
Oh
wow.
yeah. So anyhow, as much as I'd love to hear more about you right now, especially if it's free, we got to listen to the old guy talk.
I know.
Dragon Age. What else you been playing, buddy?
Thank you, I think. Man.
I
Well,
think
He's
Smooth
coming
just became
back,
host.
right?
I know. Jesus. Well, see, this is the great part. Smooth used to host, so he's got that in his blood. He naturally wants to host.
No, no, I'm sorry. I just because I know if I don't throw you the question, you have to answer your own question.
Also true.
So I'm being courteous right now.
Yes, you are being courteous.
That's
Canadians are always courteous.
right. That's right.
That's what I've been told.
As
Exactly.
they douse with
Uh,
maple syrup on an ant pile?
gee,
No.
you know, yeah. All right, we're gonna move on from this.
Okay.
You know, there really wasn't anything else to play. I did get Evolve finally in, but I did not get around to getting it installed and loaded up. So I have nothing to report other than it is a disc.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a pain in the ass. We established that already.
Exactly. Speaking of pains in the asses, Nicole.
Excuse me. I knew that was coming.
Awesome segue.
Nicole, you know, earlier we were talking about this whole giving something away thing.
Yes.
Perfect, Nicole. Would you like to throw your question out to the chat? And the first person to answer this question properly will win a code, a Steam code for Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh wow.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah.
So earlier we were talking about my 1-900 number. What was the full 1-900 number?
There you go.
So
First person to answer it. We won't dilly about, but hopefully somebody can pull that out of their butts. And
I
Yeah.
prefer
said.
not.
Hopefully they
Let's
pull something
put it in their
else.
butts.
Hey-oh.
touche. You know, it's time we turn to the favorite part of the podcast for all of you. I know you're super excited about this. It's the news quiz.
Oh, it's the sleeping time.
Yes, no, JF. This is where you prove your mettle. You prove that you pay attention to things. You are a master of all things video game related. So we have a news quiz every week, or we attempt to. And I'm actually keeping track this year of wins. So when you win the news quiz, you'll get a check mark. So, Mr. Graton, you are actually in our guest chair. There's not been a win registered in the guest chair yet so far, so maybe you will
Great.
be the first to notch something there.
I'll go with no.
Yeah. All right. Here's how this is going to roll. We have 9 questions in the news quiz, so each of you will be getting 3 questions. The first 2 are worth 5 points. The last one is worth 10 points.
Is there some Googling involved?
I would prefer no Googling involved.
Fair enough.
They're multiple choice, so you will automatically have a shot, at least a 33% or 33.33333333% chance of getting it right.
There weren't enough threes there, Greg.
Sorry. All right. JF, since you are our guest, you'll go last.
Okay, can I
Rich.
phone a friend?
There's no phoning a friend. Rich tried doing that last week, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
I don't think,
Rich.
just can I just say, people in the chat, I don't think they're taking this quiz quite very seriously, to be honest.
Nope.
I don't think they are.
All hell is broken loose. I
It's
don't know
probably
what to
because they're
do.
trying to remember Nicole's 1-900
I am
number.
laughing my ass off at these answers, though.
Yes.
Big smiles.
Oh, these are funny. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to beat the crap out of Parsnip later. Just putting that out there now with his 1-900 AMS Gears t-shirt crap.
Hey, what's up, Snip, by the way?
Oh, God.
Did we
And
have a winner?
go ahead. No, nobody's answered it.
Ah,
They've gotten way worse, Amarillo.
the shat is shat.
They are.
All right. Well, let's carry
See,
on with
my
the
other
news
question
quiz.
would have been easier.
Apparently, God, pay attention, people. Pay attention. I mean, how often do we ask you to answer, Nicole's 1-900 Nicole question? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Thank you. Right?
So, all right, Rich, you are up first. Nicole, you are the creamy white filling in the Oreo sandwich. JF, you will be taking it up in the caboose. Here we go. Rich, Bethesda Softworks announced for the first time in the company's history they're doing what? Is it
hosting an
A,
E3 show.
Rich, really?
Boom.
Really? Really, Rich?
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry. It's supposed to be like a game, isn't it? It's just
Wow.
Greg. Can I just say, just this is me not being Richard Webster podcaster. This is me being Richard Webster gamer. I was so excited.
I figured you would be. I figured you would be. Yes. Bethesda Softworks has announced they will be hosting an E3 press conference for the first time ever this year. The showcase will be held in Hollywood on June 14th. And
Cool.
E3, of course, runs from June 16th to the 18th, so it's a little beforehand, which is how the press conferences typically go. And the publisher promises more details on how fans can register to attend if they're going to be in the area. And yeah, not a lot is really known on what they're going to be showing, but we really, what in the world was that, Mr.
Oh,
Webster, or is that
I don't,
Gerton?
no, that was me.
Rookie. All right.
Quickly, Greg.
Yes.
I'm just going to throw a couple of things for the listeners. The reason Bethesda is doing their own show is because they are putting on their big boy pants, and they think they are as big as the EA and Ubisoft of the world. There will be a Fallout 4 announcement. There has to be. That's their next game.
Right.
But you can also expect a Doom announcement. That'll be interesting.
Well, so
Yeah.
okay, so let's jump back into this. So we know they have Battlecry. They've announced that already. We know they have Doom. They've actually shown Doom off. So it's not that they're announcing Doom. It's that they're probably going to be showing it, more of it.
Yeah, there'll be maybe like a 20-minute game. Well, not maybe not 20, like 10
Right.
minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Elder
Maybe some
Scrolls
co-op.
Online. The console versions are probably going to get some love. And I think we're all thinking Fallout 4. I would argue Bethesda has enough properties to be doing a press conference, and maybe through some of their publishing arm, because they do publish games as well, that maybe they're going to have some outliers come in there as well, and some of the companies that they've done some deals with to publish their games.
Yeah, like I think Dishonored was one of theirs, wasn't it? There was, wasn't there another
Yeah.
one, like a 4-player, like first-person shooter, co-op type game?
Brink was one.
Brink?
It was not terribly good.
No,
But,
but it's just it shows that they publish things,
Right,
just
right.
general things. What would be interesting, and I mean, I know how Skyrim works, ish. Making Skyrim mods, so it's not an easy task, but it would be one that would pay off. If they jumped on the bandwagon of releasing last-gen games on new-gen consoles, Skyrim on PS4, Xbox One would make a lot of money.
Yeah, that I could see that happening. I could see some remastered Skyrim, hell, even the original Elder Scrolls. I mean, things
Never
like
know.
that. Yeah, you never know. They've
I
got
love
enough in
that.
their war chest.
I love that, but I was so pissed off when they said they were going to do a subscription like World of Warcraft. But I'm happy they switched it back, so because it's the real way to play that game, you know.
It is.
Yeah,
Agreed.
definitely.
All right. Well done, Rich. Well done. I would just like to point out the options were not attending GDC, not having a booth at E3, and having an E3 press conference. So, just,
I would have
Kind of
failed.
right.
yeah. All right, Nicole, are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yep,
Nicole,
let's do this.
what other major website has decided to follow the ill-fated joystick.com's footsteps and no longer offer review scores for their reviews? Is it A, IGN, B, GameSpot, or C, Eurogamer?
Eurogamer has a site?
Touche.
Really?
She gets 2 points automatically for that one.
Let's go with them because I didn't know they even had a site.
Well done, Nicole, because starting today with our review of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, Eurogamer is making the biggest change they've ever made in the way they review games. And from now on, they will no longer be giving scores, which actually means that they won't be appearing on Metacritic anymore, which is kind of an interesting, bold step, if you will. Okay, I want to just throw this out there. I would argue that I think they still are, in a sense, giving scores. So what they've done is they've replaced actual numbered scores, and they now have 3 ratings that they give, or they won't give a rating to a game if they feel there aren't any significant changes from the iteration before. So annualized sports franchises more likely aren't going to be getting a review rating, but the ratings are recommended, essential, and avoid.
So it's still rated, but just not in numbers,
Right, right.
which is the same kind of. Remember back in the day when I had my site there, we had this argument, you
Oh
and I.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we had the same argument. The thing is, like, I'll give you an example. Destiny, which is a fantastic game, by the way. I almost didn't buy it because one site gave it a 7, and I'm like, 7? No, no, no. These guys are Bungie. These guys should be at least a 9, you know. So I didn't buy it, and then I played it, and I realized, whoa, 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 this game's actually a 9 and above. So the scoring can be messed up, basically. Like, you know, it can be all over the place all the time, but I don't like the scoring. It's either you like the game or you don't, right?
So I struggle with this one, to be perfectly honest, because I agree with the whole notion of not scoring and just reading reviews is by far the best way to consume a review. But we all have busy lives. We all at times just want to kind of know, is it good? Is it not good? Give me the quick skinny on it. I think the biggest problem we have with review systems today is that there's not a standard review system. You've got every website out under the sun trying to do their own thing, and we're going to review things a little differently, and we score it a little differently, and we, use stars, and some use numbers, and we use words, and it just makes for this ununiform review system abroad that you don't know. You don't
Yeah,
know.
but everything's subjective to your taste as well.
Which I
So
would agree with, but if they at least could get a unified scoring system that, and again, this is partly in fault with Metacritic, because Metacritic is the one that they're all trying to get on board with by
yeah.
having review scores. But if Metacritic enforced something and said, look, if you want to be on our site, you have to have a 10-point review scale, no exceptions, and here's what the different points within the 10-point review scale should mean. And then
See, no,
from there, as long as you use that system, you could be in Metacritic, and it would make a unified system. At least from where I can see it, it would help a
yeah.
ton.
But you know what? It's still subjective. What I mean by that is that we should almost, like, instead of having and say we should have a guy that we know likes the type of games we like, and this is the score he has. Some form of better. I don't know. It'll pinpoint better what you like instead of going by the score. Because a 10 out of 10 game might not mean that I'm gonna like it. I might like a game that's rated like 6 out of 10. You know what I mean?
True.
More than something else, and it's still subjective to your taste. So that's why I don't like the whole rating system, because sometimes they rate a game like Destiny, they rate it at 7 out of 10 when clearly I feel it's at least a 9 or a 10 out of 10, and I almost didn't buy it because of that rating, and I think that affects sales in turns, you know.
No, I would completely agree. And this is also, again, one of those other parts of the Metacritic problem is that you've got publishers that are tying bonuses into Metacritic scores because they know, just like that higher review scores mean higher sales. So
Yeah.
they want games to perform higher on Metacritic, therefore ensuring that they're going to get better sales. Um, maybe the true solution is doing completely away with review scores and do what I think it was IGN used to do. They still had their score that they gave in their reviews, but they at the end of the review they also had a summary, which I loved because it was pros and cons, and it gave
Yeah.
some pros and it gave some cons to what they didn't like about the game, and then they had their score, which was fine. But maybe we go to a review system where it's just you give your review, you have some pros and cons at the end, and that's it.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, I
Or
think I agree with that one, and that's the problem with with ratings. And by the way, Greg, happy Valentine's Day.
Ah, Rich, I love you.
He did it.
Yeah, we're gonna snuggle later, buddy.
We are. See, that's the problem with ratings. I mean, and all sorts of art or creative works is all subjective. It all depends in the who's looking, who's reading, who's watching, who's playing. But the ratings can be a bad thing and a good thing as well. They can be a bad thing in the like in your case, John, where the Destiny game got 7 out of 10. That almost put you off getting what was going to be a great game for you. And in the other way, people can give 9s and 10s to games that people then buy. What did Assassin's Creed Unity get, by the way? Oh, the ratings were
Oh
barred,
God.
weren't they, at first? But imagine if that had got a rating of like a 9 or a 10 and everyone rushed out to buy it and it sold 4 million units in the first weekend and it's broke as fuck. The rating system can be broken like that, but in the same way, you do need something in place where it tells, consumers, look, this is what if this game doesn't work, or this game is, it's very good, that this is why, or this game is amazing, you need to play it. And in a way, there does need to be either a collective way to bring that all together, like Metacritic, or like Greg said, a unified system because there's so many different people out there. You'll get different opinions. It is prudent to maybe read three, four, maybe five different reviews before you buy a game, just to see what the general consensus is. If there's something broken, most people will see it, and if there's something great, hopefully most people will pick it up.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
I think I basically just copied everything what you said and just wasted another 5 minutes. But happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, copy paste with little
Uh,
hearts.
all right, Rich, well done, by the way, and Nicole, well done. I guess that was really your
Thank you.
question, even though Rich jumped onto it. Um, that
Well,
means JF, you are down. There's 2 people in front of you, 5 points each. It's time for you to get on the scoreboard, my friend.
The answer is onions. So there you go. Pressure's off.
Done. Next.
Ew.
JF,
Oh.
recently Apple began enforcing a long ignored policy in the App Store that has developers pixelating shots and changing icons and even pixelating things within previews to avoid being pulled. What is that policy? Is it A, all icons, screenshots, and previews must adhere to a 4 plus rating? Is it B, all icons, screenshots, and previews may not contain sexual or provocative imagery? Or is it C, all icons, screenshots, and previews must adhere to E for everyone rating?
Wow, I do not know. I'm gonna go with pick C.
Pick C. Well, Mr. Smooth, I'm sorry to say you are wrong.
Is it the
Apple,
4-year-old one?
yes,
Oh,
Apple
do it the
has.
right way. You're wrong.
Sorry, yes. Big Smooth 8, you are wrong.
Oh,
Uh, Apple has
Thank
started
you.
enforcing a long ignored policy in its App Store guidelines regarding what kinds of content can appear in the app metadata. According to the Rule 3.6 in the guideline document, apps and app icons, screenshots, and previews that do not adhere to a 4 plus age rating will be rejected. So you are beginning to see many a game in the iStore or app icon area where they're pixelating guns. They're just pixelating it out. The imagery is just being taken out. It's kind of crazy.
yeah. Well, it's not fair because I'm an Android user, so I want a mulligan.
You'll get your fair shot in just a little bit, but for now, I'm sorry. You
Okay,
have a goose egg.
fine.
All right, Rich, we are back to you for your next question. Rich, a few weeks back, we learned that 343 Industries planned to hold a beta for the upcoming Halo Master Chief content updates. What was the latest news from them around the beta program? Is it
It,
A, it's actually already underway and will open to preview members in waves? B, they have canceled it? Or C, it launches at the end of February? Mr. Webster.
it's a trick question.
This is when Rich speaking would be good.
Oh no, I think he froze.
No, he's Googling like mad.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I've got the Google contact lenses in. I'm just
Okay. Okay.
The
click,
Google contact lenses. You're
left
funny.
click. um, I'm gonna go with the third option.
All right,
That
Richard
he doesn't know
Webster,
what it is.
you are wrong. After delaying the beta, they have officially canceled the beta program, according to the latest community update. After further evaluation, the team has determined that the final testing for the content update will be completed internally, and we will not be conducting a beta test for the next content update. It was also determined that additional time and work devoted to the beta would have actually postponed the public availability of the content update. So there you go.
See, I knew that, but what's your thoughts on 343 just dropping the ball completely on that?
Is it dropping the ball? I don't know. Or are
Oh
you
yeah.
talking about Master Chief Collection in general?
In general, because if you think about it, isn't it like the bread and butter for the Xbox One?
I would say Halo is absolutely one of the bread and butter IPs of the
Okay,
Xbox.
wait.
But
You said one of. It's probably the. Let's
well,
face it.
well, no, no, no. I say that, but I look at Master Chief Collection, and I don't necessarily think that Master Chief Collection is something that is a make or break uh, software piece for them.
Yeah.
You know, it does work. I know you hear people saying, "Oh, it's broken, it's broken, it's broken." It's not broken. I've been able to go in and play it numerous times. Campaign levels, you can get matchmaking going now. It is working. It may not work as pristine as, say, Halo 4 or Halo 3 did, on their own. But again, they're trying to meld in what 4 different games and get them, all of their multiplayer to sync up and work. It was a big undertaking and probably one that they probably bit off more than they could chew. Fair
Yep.
enough.
Yep.
And certainly it is a black eye, but out of that black eye, we're getting ODST added to it for free, so I'm not really complaining that much.
You just like free shit, huh?
I do like free shit.
Just quickly,
Uh,
kind of jump in. One of my Steam friends has just messaged me saying, "What's your favorite quote?"
my favorite quote.
Just think that's a very interesting question. I just thought I'd let you know.
I think you should respond back to him with "Big Smooth out."
Definitely.
That's a
My favorite
very.
quote is, "It's Friday."
Yeah, it's Friday. That is a good quote as well. All right. Well, let's see here. Rich, I apologize. You did not get that wrong or right. So a nil for you. That means, Nicole, you have an opportunity to take the lead here. Nicole, are you ready?
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure. All right. Nicole, David Jaffe is most known for being a developer behind Twisted Metal and God of War. However, he is also known for pretty much being very vocal and not being filtered. And recently, Jaffe took to the Twitters and the internets regarding what? Is it A, the media crucifying games in previews? Is it B, articles on why people are leaving Destiny? Or is it C, podcast bashing Nintendo continuously?
Can we bash Nintendo continuously?
I think we do.
Well, you do it once, and then everybody
Mm,
knows. So
What do you think, Nicole?
yeah. I don't know. I don't follow that dude. B sounds good. I don't know what it was.
So you're saying articles on
B
why
sounds
people
good.
are leaving Destiny.
Oh, no, no, no. Nobody's leaving Destiny. Pick A then. No, I really want that to be the stupid Nintendo thing, though.
Is A your final answer?
Yes, because I'm about to beat the shit out of Womble and Parsnip over here.
All right.
Oh,
Nicole, I am going to tell you right now, you are wrong. Nicole, your first
I just love
response
hearing you say that.
was
I
actually
know.
right. So he took to
Uh,
Twitter regarding why people are leaving Destiny articles, and he had this to say on Twitter. Seen a handful of why are people leaving Destiny articles of late, and it blows my mind, amuses and annoys me when I see quotes such as, I don't know, I played it like 100 hours or so, but now there's nothing to do and I'm getting bored. Well, yeah, you played it for fucking 100 hours. When the fuck did you get the expectation the game had a flaw and it couldn't sustain interest for over 100 hours? And he went on a little bit later and he said, but if you and I had played for 100 hours and then got bored, that would seem to me to indicate we had played a great fucking game. You know?
Agreed.
And I can't disagree with him. As much as Destiny has been bashed, and I definitely gave it, some ribbing myself. This game has proven it's got a player base, and people are playing it, even though they're trying to, people are like, oh, they're not playing anymore. They played this game to death. So obviously there's going to be some drop off at some point. But I mean, people are logging in hundreds of hours on this game. So
Yep.
yeah,
They're successful.
they are successful. Things that were not successful was Nicole's answer,
Oh,
which means,
that's
Mr. Gatan,
okay. I just like hearing you say you're wrong. I love the way you say it.
can you picture him like throwing his hair back and all that at the same time he says it?
I don't have hair to
I
throw
think he
back.
flexes when he does it. He does the guns.
Here,
You are wrong. One with each gun. Yeah.
I'll turn on the
I'm
Oh,
camera
good.
just for this.
nice.
JF, are you ready?
Yes.
Sony announced
Oh my
what
God.
this week with regards to SEN accounts? Is it A, PSN usernames can now be changed for a fee? B, sub accounts can be upgraded to full accounts? Or C, some non-vital account information was leaked out by accident?
I didn't hear anything about B and C, so I'm gonna go with A. But that's only because I didn't hear anything of any of the three answers.
All right, so your final answer A.
A, yes.
JF Graton, you are wrong!
Nice.
SEN
See?
sub-account holders who are now or over 18 can now upgrade their existing accounts to a master account. Congratulations. You're able to not be treated as a child anymore.
Awesome.
Yes. Uh, that means the stellar news quiz right now is just, you guys are on a record pace here. We've got 5 points for Rich, 5 points for Nicole,
I have
JF
7, thank you.
drawing
No
the
points.
goose egg. But the good news, the last question were 10 points. So, Rich and Nicole, you could potentially lock JF out if you get a question right. If neither of you get your question right, JF, the door wide open for you to come in and steal the news quiz.
Awesome.
And with that notion, what we're going to do, JF, you're going to get the next question. We're
All
going to
right.
put the pressure on.
All right.
All right, here we go. JF Graton, what was confirmed by Ubisoft in this week's earning call? Is it A, the next Assassin's Creed game will be titled Victory? B, the next Assassin's Creed game will use Assassin's Creed Unity technology? Or C, there is an Assassin's Creed remaster project in the works?
I'm going with B.
JF Graton, you are right!
Yeah.
During the financial call with investors and analysts, they revealed that yes, the next Assassin's Creed game will be coming this fiscal year, and it will be using the Assassin's Creed Unity technology. So there you have it. They did say that it will come between April 1st, 2015 and March 31st, 2016. Just narrowing down that window a little bit for you folks.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. Well, now pressure is on. How is that, folks? JF Graton in the lead, 10 points. Nicole, we're just doubling back. We're going to snake this back up to you. Nicole, are you ready? You must get
Sure.
this to stay in the race.
Or
Okay.
completely just get it
I'm
wrong and
ready.
let me win.
Also,
Make history. Make history. Let me win. That'd be
I
great.
I could be a good yeah. I could be a
Yeah,
good host and do that.
that'd be
I could.
fantastic. That'd be great.
We'll see
Okay,
how
good.
this
Good.
goes.
Nicole, according to the January NPD reports that were released this past week, what was the top selling game for January for all console and PC, according to NPD? Is it A, Dying Light, B, Grand Theft Auto 5, or C, Far Cry 4?
Oh,
Oh, that's funny. Um, 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 um. Let's see. Far Cry 4 is being it's 50% off right now, so it can't be that one because they're selling it for a reason. Uh, Um, what was the others?
Dying Light or Grand Theft Auto 5?
What were the others? Um,
Or Far Cry
let's go.
4?
No, it's not that. I know it's not because that's on sale right now, and I just bought it. 50% off. I'm gonna go with Dying Light.
Nicole Radowski, I'm going to read off the top 10. How's that? Starting
I
at number
said Dying
10.
Light.
I know, I know,
no, no.
I know.
Do top
Oh,
five. Do top five.
okay.
All right, top 5. Here we go,
Oh
Nicole.
no. Now
At,
you're making me feel like it really.
at number 5,
Go ahead.
Nicole, NBA 2K15, the game nobody should play.
Oh,
Hey, hey,
who
hey! Calm
cares?
down.
It's basketball.
I know, it's just for Jeff.
Calm down. Calm
Jeff loves
down.
his
Calm.
basketball. At number
That's
4,
right.
Minecraft. At number
Really?
3, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh,
Oh,
three.
that was one of the choices.
At number 2,
Yep.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Ooh.
Like people are buying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And the suspense.
Mm-hmm.
Far Cry 4 or Dying Light? Which is it? At number 1, Nicole, you are right. Dying
Wait.
Light came in at number 1.
Oh no! Wait, I knew that. That's right. I know my shit.
That's
I'm
right.
awesome.
Well done.
I
Rich,
fucking rock this.
Yes.
Rich, now it is on you. If you get this, we go to the tiebreaker. If not, Nicole takes the news quiz.
Okay.
Rich, we're staying with your favorite topic, NPD reports. Rich, regarding hardware sales, we know the PS4 took back its number 1 seat for the month of January, and we know that the Xbox One enjoyed its best January to date. But what about the Wii U, Rich? The little
We
Wii
love
U
the
that
Wii.
could. Where did it finish in its sales year over year compared to last year? Was it A, up nearly 40%, B, down nearly 10%, or C, up nearly 30%? Like how I did that? Took you on a little bell curve there. Up, then down, then back up.
That's what she said.
Gotta love the bell curve. I'm just gonna have to make a complete guess because I only read the Sony and Xbox news for that. Really, I keep forgetting there's a third console sometimes. I give Nintendo love, but she never gives love back.
They don't need any. Oh, did I
So-
say that out loud?
So the answers were down 40%, up 10%, down 30%.
Actually, the answers are up nearly 40%, down nearly 10%, up nearly 30%.
Okay, so I don't think it was up 40%. Maybe, no, maybe, no.
No.
Um,
Maybe.
shall we just go with a safe down 10%?
Don't go safe. Don't go safe. Go big or go home.
Your call, Rich. What is your final answer?
Up 30. Boom.
Richard Webster, you are right! Yes, the Wii U up nearly 30% year over year. Just under, get this, 64,000 units.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nintendo should
You're welcome.
go.
Yes.
Yes,
Big,
go.
smooth, nice, nice. That means we've gone to a tiebreaker question. Are you kids
I
ready?
hate you, Rich, right now.
Sorry.
I know. No, I'm not gonna say that because frickin' Shadow'll go nuts. Never mind. Go, Greg.
Nicole, I will give you the option of answering this first or second.
Oh, like now?
Yes.
I'll take this. If he gets it right, though, he wins automatically, right?
That would be,
Oh,
well,
let him go first.
You're both going to give
Just
an
let
answer.
him go first.
Okay. Rich,
Okay.
Yeah.
you're going to be giving me a year, okay? And Nicole, you cannot
Thanks.
duplicate the year, so it has to be, different, unique from one another. Troy Baker has over 220 movie and video game appearance credits so far in his career. What was the first year of his first career credit? Give me a year right now. Rich, go.
I don't know who he is.
Troy Baker.
I don't know
Troy
who he is.
Baker.
The Last
Come on,
of
you know
Us.
Troy Baker.
The Last of Us. He's been in numerous video games. He played the voice actor for the main character in The Last of Us.
Okay.
PlayStation
yeah,
fans are going
first
crazy.
appearance, 1997.
1997. Nicole, what's your answer?
Ooh. 2007. No, I don't even know
Rich,
who he is either.
You
So
win by
bad.
default because you were closer. The answer is 1989.
Ooh, bloody hell. They even have audio that wasn't MIDI back then. That's
I
crazy.
know, right?
Yeah, so he
Gee.
first appeared in, it was actually I believe, a short animated film called Dragon Ball Z Son of Goku Superstar.
I've seen that. I've got it on Blu-ray.
Ouch.
I haven't. I've got it on just normal DVD.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Rich, well done on the tiebreaker. The craziness continues,
Nice
though.
guess.
It was a very
Yeah,
nice guess. Well,
I
he was
thought it'd be a long
closer.
time ago.
He
The
was
guy's a
closer.
talented man.
Yes, he was closer. That
Still
really
not a
is what it
clue.
boils down to. We do have some trivia, though. See, you didn't think you were done answering questions yet, did you, JF?
I thought I was done. I was
No,
hoping.
no, not at all. We have user-submitted trivia. Jason Johnson is a great listener. He sends us trivia each and every week, and we certainly encourage other people to send in trivia if they would like. All we ask is they be
No,
multiple choice.
He
Yeah.
doesn't send us trivia. He sends us punishment questions.
Well, yeah, he does like to punish you.
He's evil.
Well,
Yes,
let's answer the Sunshine's questions, okay?
Yes. Here we go. Sunshine
please.
question number 1.
All right.
JF, we'll go to you. If you can't answer it, it moves on to the next person.
Okay.
All right, JF. What is the name of the protagonist in the game Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver? I will give you multiple choice answers. Here we go. Is it
Okay.
A, Kain, B, Bert, C, Tyrell, or D, Raziel?
Jeez, I don't even know the game. Can I pass?
You cannot pass.
I know the
shit.
answer though.
Well, BBD, go ahead, buddy.
No, you can't pass unless Greg says I can pass.
You got to give me
Okay.
one choice.
I don't know. I was gonna say A, but that's just because I don't know the game.
All right. And the reason why we do this is so I can say, JF Graton, you are wrong.
Ah,
Rich, we'll go to you next.
you should
Okay.
tell me I suck to add that. I'd feel even worse at that point.
What is the name of the protagonist in the game Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver? Rich, is it B, Bert, C, Tyrell, or D, Raziel?
I think I'm just guessing. I tried to put you off, Jeff Catan. I don't know the answer. I think
Oh,
it's
you
Raziel.
suck. You suck.
I think it's Raziel.
Richard Webster, you are right. Yes, it is Raziel. Good job.
Damn
All
it.
right. Nicole, you will take this question first. Are you ready?
Take it whether you like it or not. Thanks.
Nicole,
Go ahead.
what is the name of the third mission in Halo Combat Evolved? Is it A, Silent Cartographer, B, The Library, C, The Truth and Reconciliation, or D, Assault on the Control Room?
I think I actually know this.
Oh, goody, because that's the one that was the little, you look down on the game. It was like Age of Empires, is that? No, Halo
No.
Combat Evolved. Never
Very
mind.
first one.
I'm having a really, I know, yes, the very first one. What,
I
oh
wouldn't
my
have
God,
gotten
I
this.
don't know. I'm not going to get this because this was like 900 games ago, at least.
900. Funny.
Nicole, A, The Silent
I don't
Cartographer, B, The Library, C, The Truth and Reconciliation, or D, Assault on the Control Room?
Let's go with B. I don't.
Nicole
I just
Radowski,
wanna hear you
you
say it.
are wrong.
Yeah, it's like I just want to hear you say that.
JF Graton.
hmm
Your
No, I said I
choices,
think I know it.
yes, your choices now are The Silent Cartographer, The Truth and Reconciliation, or Assault on the Control Room. I will let you answer The Library again if you would like, but
Okay, so it'll be no. Okay, so what's the last option again? Because I know.
the last option is Assault on the Control Room. Then you
Uh-huh.
have The Truth and Reconciliation or
Uh-huh.
The Silent Cartographer.
Uh-huh. Okay, so in between Silent Cartographer and the Truth and Reconciliation, whatever it is there. No. Let's go. Answer D.
You're saying The Assault on the Control Room.
That's the
J-
one.
JF
And you're
Graton,
wrong.
Wrong?
you are stupid and you're wrong!
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Webster, for the clean sweep, if you cannot get this, that would mean Jason Johnson has truly stumped the panel. Is it The Silent Cartographer or The Truth and Reconciliation? Third mission in Halo Combat Evolved. Oh.
Oh, stop.
I know.
Just
I can't.
stop.
I will. I stopped.
Third mission in Halo Combat Evolved. What was the answers again, Greg?
Your choices now are The Silent Cartographer or The Truth and Reconciliation. He's literally praying into his mic right now, folks.
I'm
No, he's
sure
not. He's cheap. He's
This is-
Googled it.
this is a long time ago. I'm sure the Silent Cartographer is a Halo 3 mission. I'm gonna go with the other one. I could be wrong, but
Richard
No.
Webster, you are right. It
Ding
is
ding.
the Truth and Reconciliation.
Because it's in the chat.
I haven't got the chat up.
Um,
Just the steams.
Just the steams. There
And
you go.
the stainy
oh, look,
towels.
you're showing my ugly face.
All right.
Stop
Well
it.
done on that, Mr. Webster. All right. JF, we'll have you answer this first if you can.
Oh, geez, it's not over yet.
No, we're picking on you. We have one last
No,
question.
it's painful.
This is the
This is
last one.
this is
Last
really
one.
painful. And is it from
Name.
Sunshine again?
This is a sunshine question, let me tell you.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
This is name the game based on the back of the box.
Love this. Love it. This
Yes.
is
I
ace.
love this. Oh.
All right, Mr. Graton, here we
Yeah.
go. Experience an unforgettable journey into a land forgotten by time, a seamless world filled with miles of majestic terrain, a story of companionship and undying love, and mythical giants to discover and destroy. I can reread that for you. Experience an unforgettable journey into a land forgotten by time, a seamless world filled with miles of majestic terrain, companionship and undying love, and mythical giants to discover and destroy. What is this game?
Holy shit! This is wrong. I'm gonna go with
think I know.
Skylander. That's what I'm gonna go with. The Giants edition.
JF Graton, I can't call you stupid, but you are wrong!
Oh.
Mr. Webster.
I'm just a gut feeling, you know. Shadow of the Colossus.
Richard Webster, you are right!
That was a better guess than mine, obviously.
It happens.
Two things just stuck out: giants to discover and large, majestic world. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
Good
Oh, I
point.
know.
I should have gotten that. Now that you said it, that was a
That's
stupid
okay.
answer on my part.
My comment of being stupid earlier was still stinging. It was still stuck in the straw.
Well, at least it was accurate.
No. Come on, it's all good and fun, but hey, well done, Mr. Webster, showing off the chops in this particular news quiz.
I don't know. I'm a massive lonely guy with no friends.
That's it. Put your head down in shame.
I know,
Rich.
right?
Rich, happy Valentine's Day.
All better all of a sudden.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, my God.
No, I just know some shit. Sorry, guys. I'm yeah. Thanks very much for the trivia. We love it, and I love the back of the box stuff. It's ace.
It is.
Yeah.
It is good. It's tough.
It is
It is
ace
tough.
because you always get it, except for the Super Mario Sunshine 3.
Yeah, and the one where I thought it was Cyber Shinobi or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like 10 years too early or too late or whatever. I don't know. I was about 10 E3s behind.
All right. Well, Rich, let's move this along. I know you had some Just Cause 3 news you wanted to throw out there, so let's talk about that real fast.
Yeah, there's nothing really specific that I want to talk about because it's readily available on the internet. I just wanted to let everybody know there is Just Cause 3 news. Nothing major. There's not like wow, but there's just a few little tidbits. If you go to PC Gamer, they've got a bit of a spread on it. The 10 things that are great about it. A couple of little things that you can now grapple like 3 different things together. Like you can have one rope of thing and another rope of thing. You can change the tension so you can tether like helicopters to the ground and tighten it so it's stronger. So the helicopter just and look around. And it just seems more fun. Explosions are bigger. They've got a wingsuit, and it just looks really fun. So just go on, screenshots, news, go read about Just Cause 3. It's going to be epic.
Epic.
You know what was epic? All your special effects you threw in there. Next time, less words, more special effects. All right?
Yeah, sure.
There you
No
go.
props.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean, there was DirectX news stuff. If you want to go and read about DirectX 12, I'm not going to bore you because we did it the other week, but there's news about that as well. So go have a look if you want.
Nice.
All right.
Boom. PC. Done.
Boom. PC. All right, Nicole, I'm going to have you read out the tweets real quick, and then you can just take it right into new releases. How's that?
Yeah, except we
She
have
doesn't
the
have the
one
show
tweet.
I know. We
Oh.
just
I
had a
do
couple
them right
tweets.
here.
That's why I kept it
No,
simple.
no. Oh, what are you saying, Greg?
I'm saying
He kept
I'm
it
looking out.
simple.
I'm looking out for your voice. The loving guy that I am.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah,
Nice.
I recover well.
Anyway, Elsie, yes, you're still, never mind. Elsie Skulldugger tweeted to us, not sure if it's out there yet, but Nottingham Crytek Studios has become Dam Buster Studios. Wonder what they're making. And then, Skulldugger. Oh, Phil Olson answers to Skulldugger and the podcast that it's Homefront of the Revolution.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, and they were
yeah.
picked up by Deep Silver, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I really hope that game comes through. It
There's
looked
a
very
lot of
promising.
studios, meshing.
Yes.
All right.
Speaking of
So,
meshing.
new releases. Yes, we're going to mesh this week together here for the releases of February 13th to the 19th. That would be today to next Thursday.
There's a couple of highlights on this one, I think.
Somebody was screwing with this earlier, by the way, and I don't know who put that Canadian crap in there.
Hey. Easy though.
No, somebody was in here screwing with the see. All right, Decay the Mayor PC February 13th. This is all today. You can run out and go to Steam and go get this right stinking now.
Right now.
The
Wow.
Escapist for Xbox One. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D 3DS
Kind of a big
February
deal.
13th. For those people.
Yeah, for that one person.
Monster.
Gonna buy it.
That one Nintendo fan. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for 3DS today also. I wrote this and I forgot I wrote that in the notes. The new 3DS XL is coming out. I put who cares or nobody cares.
Yeah, I know. You're giving
Who
us
put
flack
that?
for manipulating the notes, and then you're
I
like,
am,
nobody
and
cares.
I wrote that myself. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. Ooh. Xbox One, 360, PS4, PS3, and that comes out the 17th. Dead Rock for PC, also on the 17th. Hand of Fate for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. That is not a game, Greg. Canada sucks for PS4.
I did that specifically for my Canadian friend.
Yeah, your other Canadian friend's bitching at you in the chat.
Oh, he always
Oh,
bitches
yeah?
at me.
Who's the other Canadian fan that's bitching?
Fumu.
Fraser Moores, Fumu.
Yes.
There's like, I don't know, there's what, like 5 Canadians total in the world?
That you know?
Yeah, that I know, exactly.
Sadly for you.
Which means there's 5 Canadians in the world total. And I happen to know 2 of them. One is a very tall, gargantuan, lovable dude, and the other one is this angry, bald-headed cult clan leader that continuously antagonizes me. It's not fair.
Fair enough.
He is
Fair
a
enough.
pillar of our community. And speaking of pillars, pillar for the PS
segue.
February 17th. Thank you. Resident Evil Revelations 2, Episode 1 for Xbox One, 360, PS4, PS3, and PC. And apparently 17th for PSN. And what? Y'all are screwing with me. Stop.
No, that's not being screwed with you.
No,
That
there's
is
more. Oh, yeah. And 18th for Xbox Live and PC.
Yeah.
And then Total War Attila for the PC on the 17th.
yeah.
So
Resident
there's
Evil.
obviously nothing coming out on the 19th.
Just to
Correct.
throw in there, PC Gamer have given Total War Attila an 83. They said it's a twist on Rome 2 with a handful of fixes.
Rich, we don't give review scores anymore.
I'm not giving it. I'm just giving it.
You know,
My
one
review
game.
would be, yay. That's it.
Resident Evil Revelations 2, Episode 1. I'm kind of excited for this one.
Okay.
They're doing this episodically.
Why?
Well, because it's
It
an
sounds like
episodic
cum
game.
nuggets, that, Greg.
So, what?
Just move on. Carry
Okay.
on.
Yeah, I heard that.
No,
Because
I'm
of
excited
instinct.
because they're doing this episodically, but they've actually already made all 4 episodes. So they're going to release them out, or I think it's 6 actually, but they're releasing them out one week after another. So it's not this telltale bullcrap that it's like, a month and a half later you might get another episode, and then 3 months later, you get the third episode. This all comes out pretty quick. And so I like it that you're going to be able to buy the episodes at a cheaper cost, see if you like it, and then if you know you like it, you can buy the additional episodes. They're going to be coming quick, so you're not going to feel like you're in a lurch and just kind of waiting. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes, well,
I,
It doesn't
I,
sound like felching at all.
sometimes taking your time instead of coming quick is a good thing.
I
Just
hate you
saying.
guys.
Heyo.
Greg is like, I hate you.
Speaking of coming quick, Track Mini League, 9 p.m. on Thursdays. If you like racing, this is the place to be. We also have the Drive Club challenge going on right now. If you have Drive Club on the PS4, the G4TE community is basically taking no prisoners, kicking ass, taking names, all that good stuff. They're racing around in Drive Club and putting Boss Wave and Lag to shame. Speaking of things that should be put to shame and put down, Clan Wars, let's get the update.
We won. That's all you need to know. We freaking kicked ass.
I think the appropriate thing here is written this way, Nicole. We won, bitches!
That is how I wrote it, isn't it?
Yes.
You gotta say it with feelings.
Yes.
We won, bitches.
There you go.
See, okay, trust. Oh, and I got attacked a minute ago. Jerks. I know I had to go look. Is that bad? No. We are already at war with Dragon of Doom.
Dragon of
That sound-
Doom.
Yeah, we are war prepping right now for that. If I check my photos, because this is how sad I am, so into the cult that I actually take screenshots so that I know.
Fraser Moore is
information.
grinning right now. He's very proud of you.
Oh, and he didn't like the bald comment. I'm just saying.
I have hair. It's just cut really short. I know that's what he's saying.
It was bald WTF. I just needed you to know that was in the chat, and I thought that was hilarious. But
I love teasing Fraser.
we were up against Imperio, and we beat them 79-54.
Is that close?
And
Is that a landslide?
Oh, we stomped their little asses.
All right.
We used 57 attacks. They only used 32. They kind of gave up. We had a lot of 3-star attacks. 3 stars is the most you can get. We have some new people that have joined our clan. I just have to say, I love this guy's name. It's Hans Olo. So it's just like an epic name, Hans Olo.
It's almost as good as Lou's Bowels.
Oh,
Horrible.
I saw that on I
That
was
was
watching
awful.
Who's Line or whatever on YouTube. You know that improv show you guys have in America.
Whose line is it anyway? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very funny, very funny. Sorry, Nicole.
Yes,
I was
and then,
completely interrupted there. Completely.
Oh, you're fine. We got a friend of ours. She's also part of G4TE or No Control. We finally got her into the clan as well. So we have like a total of 4 women. We're like, woohoo, there's 4 of us. So, and who else? We got somebody new that it was a surprise, and it's like a last minute. Uh-oh. And I missed a phone call. But hey, that's it. So we're going to be kicking ass again this weekend. Join us. Find us. G4TE, the clan.
All right. Yes. Find us, G4TE, the clan. We have the Golf Club cross-platform challenge going. This is no, Rich. No. This is what we should be doing right now: is playing golf. So this past challenge, we had Winter Flathead Country Golf Club course, which was hard as hell, and we had some crazy great scores come out of it. So for the longest time, nobody was getting anything under -5, and sure enough, I'm going to start with the Xbox One, where we thought we had winning scores this past week of myself coming in at -9, Urban Big P coming in at -9, Step J had -8, TMG Cerberus came in at -5, and Chinny, good old Chinny, he came in with a -2. So some great scores, yeah. And then, sure enough, we heard from the PC folk. The real Defoe came in at -10. He's a one-upper. He's a one-upper.
Cheaters.
Yeah,
Cheaters.
totally cheaters. Barciello's Ghost came in at -5 on the PC version. But that wasn't the best score. No, on the PS4, we had Marcanix with an unknown score. We're not even sure Marcanix registered a score this course. That's how bad it was for him. I'm saying
He's
that.
usually he's usually extremely good anyhow, so it doesn't matter.
I know. I'm just
I
giving
know.
I'm giving him a hard time because we never got his score there. But we did get Morty 1884's score of -2. Surely we thought PS4 can't do anything. Then Manny Calavera comes along and drops a -11.
What?
Yeah, that's what we said. And as we're trying to beat his -11, he comes back with a -13. 13
Okay.
under. That's nuts. So
Like he's got it glitching or something, right?
who knows? No, actually, Manny Calavera, he's pretty darn good. He did our Trials Fusion challenges a ways back as well, and just crazy scores. He's just got skills. He's got some video game skills, and apparently on this golf course, he mastered it. So lots of fun. So what, Nicole?
I said, don't give Robbie a big head. He doesn't need it. He's Scottish. They always say, oh, they all have big heads. I'm just saying.
No big head for Manny Calavera. Sorry.
That's actually a compliment to a Scotsman.
Can we just clarify to inflated egos instead of big head? Because
Yes.
it could mean something
Yes,
else.
we
Yes,
can.
okay.
No inflated
Yes,
egos.
please don't inflate his ego because they all have inflated ego. You should hear my cousin. He drives me nuts. Anyway,
All
and
right.
Womble. God love
Well,
him.
if you want to participate in the Golf Club Challenge, here's what you got to do. On the PC version, friend up with The Real Defoe. If you have a PS4 version, you need to make sure you're on Marcanix on his friends list. And if you're on the Xbox One, make sure you're on Murphy's Law's friend list. And the next challenge is going to be coming out. It's going to be the Brabazon at the Belfry course. So don't ask me to say that again because it was extremely difficult. But just look for it in the challenges. It'll be OC X Gen Challenge 3, and look for it that way. And good luck. We'll run it for 2 weeks again, and we'll see how everybody does. And it's unlimited plays. That's the nice part about it. So get in there, have a round. If you post up a score, go back, try and make better on it. Keep going.
It's like my philosophy for dating too. Just get in there, get around, try to get better.
It's a solid. That's a solid philosophy, Jeff.
It is. It is. I agree.
Yes.
So
It's-
they want to know who chooses the courses. Sorry.
This week it was me. Last week was the Real Defoe.
Who chooses the courses?
We rotate it between the three of us. Is that a fair enough answer? Marcanix, the Real Defoe,
Okay.
and Murphy's Law.
I'm sure Taff will like that.
Okay.
Now, if I download this game and I hate it, I'm coming over to San Jose and I'm kicking your ass.
I would love that. You have no idea how much I would love that because I don't live there anymore. So to hear that you flew out to San Jose to kick my ass would make me smile ear to ear.
Oh well, we're gonna have to catch up. Get your address and shit.
Yes, indeed. But not for kicking my ass. I would like to.
No,
avoid
no,
that.
no, 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 no.
All right. We also have the February Forza Hot Lap Challenge going on. So this is ongoing right now. The track is Prague Short Reverse. The car is the 1965 Mini Cooper S. The tune is one that is shared by the Henwood, and so you need to make sure that you get that tune to run on this. And it's a D400 tune. An update from Parsnip on this, by the way. Huge thanks to those that have jumped in on board with the February Hot Lap Challenge. Of the 8 people taking part, 6 have achieved worldwide top 500 times. That's pretty impressive. Lap times so far are in the 1 minute 8 seconds to 1 minute 12 seconds range. Our top 3, the Henwood, MSK, Beans, and Smurftastic. Beans is only 14 thousandths of a second behind Henwood, and Smurf is a tenth of a second behind that. Special mention goes out to Beans, who has only recently started driving without assists, and apparently that has made incredible progress in that very short time. So there you go. No assists, apparently the way to go. And a big thanks, of course, to the Henwood MSK Beans, Smurftastic23, Serbs, Bobag, Parsnip Nose 3000, Bongo the Sane, and Step J for taking part. And if you want more details on the G4TE Hot Lap challenges, just go to hotlap.g4te.com. It'll jump you right into the details. All right. Victories achieved. This is the contest we run on a quarterly basis where we give away money. This is the fun part. So every quarter we give away $20 of video game space bucks for either Steam, Xbox Live, or PSN. All you have to do to participate in this is finish a video game, take a screenshot of yourself with your phone, basically a selfie. So you want yourself in there, you want the game in the background, and shoot that off to @g4te.com on Twitter. You have to spell the dot, and you get entered into a contest, and we randomly draw at the end of the quarter some lucky winner. And one of those winners could be iPete V2, who finished The Walking Dead Season 2. Actually, iPete, I apologize. You don't qualify until you finish all 5 seasons. That's been a change. So, iPete, you got to finish the full thing first.
That's right, son. Get your game on.
Get your game on, exactly. Marcanix did finish Never Alone, Charisma Inichichuna, blah, blah, blah.
Marcanix gets a high five for that. There you go.
It's a good game, but yeah, I couldn't pronounce it.
No.
He also finished Shadow of Mordor. Destin Gamer finished Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. Chapstick 1 finished The Swapper. And Natra79 finished Destiny. Because there's actually a story in Destiny.
Is there?
Allegedly.
Yes. Way to go, Nat.
Yes, good job.
Allegedly.
All right, if you want to be part of this fine show and take part in the chat where we make fun of you, it's real simple. Just check us out every Friday, 3 o'clock PST, 6 p.m. EST, and God knows what time. I think it's 11 o'clock on
You
British
know what time
Standard
it is, Greg. I tweet it every week.
I know. I ignore you every week.
I know.
But it's real simple. Just log over to Twitch, go to live.g4te.com. That's the fastest way to get there. If you're lazy or you like doing the painful way, you could just do twitch.tv//g4te.com. Sorry, /G4TE on Twitch. But basically, we're live on Twitch. That's the most important thing you need to know. You can take part. You can make comments. You might even win games if you figured out what Nicole's 1-900 Nicole number was. And, you know, and it's just a fun way to participate in the podcast. You can also email the show, podcast@g4te.com. You could tweet us at @OC_podcast, like Big Smooth did, and then he got invited to the show.
Yeah, by fluke.
By fluke. Well, you know, we love you.
I've been called worse things.
Okay, there you go.
You are no fluke. You are no joke, Mr. Webster.
No, this is not an accident.
Finally,
No, that's right.
Facebook. Apparently, we're old, so we like Facebook. fb.g4te.com. That is our Facebook page. So if you go to Facebook and you like doing things on Facebook, that is the place you want to be, especially video game related. And finally, if you'd like doing this the old-fashioned way, listening to this on iTunes. Hey, we're up there. We're on Stitch. We're on... I think we might be on the old Microsoft Xbox thing, but I couldn't tell you. But we're out there. You can download the podcast every week. You can even go to our website and download it. There's ways to be found.
Yeah.
All right. I'm running out of air. So, Nicole, shout-outs. Start it up.
All right. For Big Smooth for being here, because this was definitely fun. For dear
How you
sweet
doing?
Mark, who is at home sick with a migraine. To my buddy Dan, his mom is back in the hospital, and I wish his mom well, and lots of support for Dan, JD, and happy Valentine's to everyone.
Aww.
And so we'll go with Rich.
I would like to shout out...
Who's being silent?
Yeah?
Go, Rich, go.
Yeah,
I would
go.
like to shout out JF Graton, Big Smooth 8, for joining the show with us. It's been a while since I've heard your voice over the carrier waves. So,
I love you too, man.
yeah, man. Defo. I was poached to the Couch Mercenaries as well. That's how we met. He poached me.
I did.
Yeah, I think you poached Greg as well, didn't you? Didn't you poach a few
I,
people?
I did.
Yeah,
Greg was
yeah.
easy. All I had to do is, tend to his ego, and he was mine after that.
I want to shout out the missus because, as you all know, I'm the proud owner of a Raspberry Pi 2.
Mm,
She actually bought it for me for Valentine's Day. How cool is that?
very cool.
So
Ooh.
shout out to her. And shout out the guys who played Left 4 Dead last week: Duke, Scaff, and Verbal Rob, and Idol Chris. Um, I don't know, Greg. Should we let Smooth go last, or do you want to go last?
I'll let him go next. I've got a
And
thing
and
or two to
Smooth,
say to
smooth,
him.
Big
smooth.
Bad
Go.
Daddy, sponge cake. You forgot sponge cake.
Oh yeah, sponge cake.
Nice. All right. Well, I want to give a shout out to everyone, the panel, Greg and Nicole and Richard. You guys are awesome as usual. Thank you for having me. Thanks for the community. I hope I didn't piss off anyone too bad. I'm happy to be back in video games. And you know what? I did miss talking to you guys. I enjoy the conversations we have and stuff like that. I would like to maybe once in a while show up when I'm available. So if you leave the door open, I'd be more than happy to jump in once in a while. And shout out to obviously Marcanics. You said Marcanics and Parsnip. I remember them from back in the day. So shout out to them. And shout out to everyone. So I'm Big Smooth Eight. Big Smooth out!
I
Nice.
almost forgot about that. I
You
almost
did
forgot
not.
about that.
You never can. You never can forget about it.
No,
He said
no.
almost.
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 Almost is not. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So one, Mr. Catan, thank you for making the show. It's been awesome having you on. And like I said before, I'm thankful to you because you got me down into podcasting. You got me down this road. My wife probably hates you for it, but I, for one, thank you. Um,
I never want to meet your wife. She's gonna beat me.
it only hurts for
Yeah,
the
but you
first
might.
few hits. Yeah, once you become numb, it's okay.
Okay, got it.
I do want to say a big thank you to our listeners because, of course, without listeners, the show would be nothing. And I want to thank Nicole and Richard for making the show because I know it takes effort to make a weekly podcast. And hey, we're 307 in, 140 of those all courtesy of Big Smooth. And I don't know, I'm feeling very nostalgic at the moment. I could cry.
Aw.
I could cry if I could register a tear. I can't.
I'll drive, and in about 4 days, I'll be able to give you a hug. How's that?
That's good. That's good because it is Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, BBD was almost saying it.
I know. I know. Special hugs for everybody. Be kind to your pets and animals. I feel like I'm doing a talk show at this point. Um, I think we're done. I think the show is wrapped up.
Spay and neuter
Spay
yourselves.
and neuter yourselves, and beat your cats and your dogs. Uh, Smooth, love you, man.
Yes.
Good having you back.
Save you. Thanks for having me.
All right, we're done. We're out of here.
Thanks,
See you
move
later.
out.